Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Learning the Art. I hope that you people are doing good. So in today's video we're gonna draw and paint realistic eye. It's gonna be beginner centered, anybody can do it. So the first step is to draw a circle, and then we are going to divide this circle into half vertically and horizontally. The next step is to draw a teeny tiny circle right in the center and one big circle right above that. Now, with the help of the circle and the horizontal line, we are going to create the outline for the eye. It's pretty simple, and if you haven't done any kind of art before, you can still try this out. Now, I have seen a lot of people do this mistake that they draw lashes in one direction, which is completely incorrect. You have to draw lashes in two different directions. They're gonna be the opposite of each other. That's how we do it, and that's how our lashes are. The area near the tear duct is gonna have the shorter length of the lash hair. Now I'm going to draw just a very basic shape of eyebrow. You can draw whatever the shape you fancy. Right now I'm marking the areas until where I'm gonna do the paint. The rest of the area is gonna be simple. You can take the screenshot of the paints which I'm using right now. We're not going to use lots of paints. I'm going to keep my palette very basic. And not only that, I will be telling you the alternatives of these paints so you can just try it out with whatever the art supplies you have. So we'll start from the darkest tones, and first I'm going with my burnt umber and a little bit of lamp black. Just don't use your lamp black alone, you have to mix it with some other color. You can choose the tones of browns. You can either go with burnt umber or raw umber, even burnt sienna. As right now we're doing the brown eye, that's why for the iris I'm taking my raw sienna along with burnt sienna and little bit of burnt umber. Just so you know, the pupil is gonna be the darkest in the iris, so for that we'll take a little bit of lamp black along with raw umber. Now, if you have ever observed your iris, the outline of the iris is little bit darker as compared to the inside area of the iris. That's why the outline is gonna be darker. Now, for the white part of the eye, we are not going to use our white directly, okay? First, you're gonna take a little bit amount of phthalo blue along with cadmium red and begin to a very thin layer of this color, and above that we are going to take our zinc titanium and we'll do the second layer with our zinc titanium. That's how we do the white area of the eye, and that's how it looks more natural. We'll break some rules here and use our zinc titanium directly for the reflection in the iris. Now for the eyelid, we are going to use our burnt sienna and burnt umber together because it's going to be a little bit darker than the rest of the skin tone. Now I'm going to take a little bit of scarlet along with my burnt sienna for the eyeline. We have to define it really well. Now for the skin tone, I'm going to take a little bit of zinc titanium along with yellow pale and scarlet. The lighter skin tone is gonna have more of pale yellow and zinc titanium, but for the darker areas I'm taking more amount of my scarlet and burnt sienna. In the warmer areas we'll take a little bit of vermilion as well. Now comes a very important thing. You have to move your brush in the same direction as the movement of your eye. You have to follow the shape, because if you don't do that and you do it randomly, it's not going to look good and you'll face a lot of difficulties in blending. Take a good time for blending, because without blending your portrait or whatever the painting you're doing, it's not going to look smooth and realistic. For the lighter areas, I'm using my zinc titanium directly, because that's okay. We are working in alla prima, which means we are working on the wet layers, so the previous layers are still pretty wet, and even if I use my zinc titanium directly, it doesn't look white at all, because it starts blending with the previous tone, and that's how alla prima works. Just make sure that you're moving your brush in the correct direction, because if you don't do that, you cannot achieve the 3D look in your art. For the areas that appear way more darker because of the shadows, you have to use your raw sienna, yellow ochre, and burnt sienna. There should be a smooth transition between all the tones, whether it's the darkest tone or the medium and even highlight. It should be blended really well. As you can see right now, I'm spending a lot of time in blending. Now for the eyebrow, do not go with your lamp black directly. It's not going to look good, and the eyebrows is gonna look fake and very flat. So you have to mix it with your burnt umber or raw umber. That's completely your choice. If you want to make it a little bit more lighter, you can go with even burnt sienna as well. Now again, for the lashes, as I mentioned earlier, it's gonna be in two different directions. I hope that today's video was helpful enough for you to leave a comment and like this video and subscribe my channel. So I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye, take care everyone.